So, if you like the power of the dragons, rush your opponents, and have an impenetrable line of defense, then you have come to the right place. What up YouTube and all you sexy buddy fighters? I'm Dragon King and today I'm going to do a deck profile on my Diety deck that I used to win the shop challenge tournament at my locals, which allows me for a free buy. So it's gotta be good! Alright, let's begin. So first up, I play 4 of the Buddy Gaga Dragon. Now this card is so amazing. It has a 7/2/4 stats, call cost, pay 1 gauge and put the top card of your deck into it. So G Evo at the end of the battle of this card, call up to 1 Dragod monsters from your hand on top of this card without paying its call cost. And it has double attack and soul guard. Now this is really amazing because right now it has soul guard, which covers one of its main weakness, which is destruction. Now the version we get in the trial deck, it doesn't have soul guard, so once it's destroyed, you cannot use G Evo. And now this is so amazing with a double attack and a soul guard. So naturally, it's the best choice to be your buddy. Next up, we play 2 of the trial deck version of Dragod, Awakened Deity Gargantua Dragon. Now it has no call cost, same G Evo, same stats, but it has Penetrate. Now in this meta, Penetrate is so important. Now I only use this Gargantua Dragon as a backup to my main Gargantua Dragon. Also, you can actually call him on top of each other to have 1 additional attack. Naturally, I would like to call him first and then call my buddy because it has soul guard. Next up, we play 4 of the triple rare Gargantua Dragon Sonic mode. Pay 2 gauge and put the top card of your deck into it. So this card on the field cannot be returned to hand and its abilities cannot be nullified by your opponent's card effect. Now that is just a really useful effect to be added in. It has 7k power, 2k two criticals, and it has 10k defense. Now this is a wow, man. Not many cards can actually get through this single-handedly. You will most likely need a link attack or even a triple link attack. Now it has move, counter attack and soul guard, and his G Evo ability is so strong. So when this card enters the field, you get 2 life. If it enters by G Evo, draw 2 cards. Now this is so amazing because basically he is your main line of defense. It has counter attack, allows you to draw cards to pull the game longer. This is one of my favorite cards and I play 4. Now I will tell you why I play 4 of him after the next card. Now I play 4 again of Gargantua Dragon Blast mode. So pay 2 gauge, put the top card of your deck into his soul. When this card enters the field, it gets critical +1. Then if it enters by G Evo for this turn, this card attack cannot be nullified and its damage cannot be reduced if it's attacking alone. Wow, that is amazing. It's double attack, soul guard. So you're talking about a 10k, 4 criticals, 7k defense, double attack when you enter it by G Evo, and it cannot be nullified. If your opponent has an empty center and has no means of stopping it before you even attack, then it's most likely good game. So you might be thinking, hey Andrew, isn't it a little bit overkill because you play 4 of each modes? Now I'll say no, because you need to play 4 of each modes in order to use their effects. And I'll be explaining one card later which is very useful to use even when you're in Sonic mode or you're in Blast mode. You know, let's say you want to overcall another Dragod, you know, you don't want to replace the whole thing, you can just use a simple card called Mode Switch, which I will be talking about later. Next up, one of the best size 1s, or I would say size 2 in the beginning. So it has 6k, 1 criticals, 1k defense. It has put a card from your drop zone into its soul and pay 1 gauge. So if you have a Dragod monster on your field, the size of this card is reduced by 1. Amazing. All Dragod on your field gets Penetrate, and they cannot be rested by opponent card effect. So basically all these support cards add up to your Dragod becoming your main source of attack, which cannot be nullified, cannot be rested, cannot be destroyed. You know, it's just amazing. So this card is very strong because it gives penetrate your Dragod. Now in this meta, I would say penetrate is very important. Everyone uses center monster, and if you don't, you'll probably be sliced off by blast mode. And I would say decks like Godpunk, or decks like Chaos, Astro Dragons, Ancient World, D-Share, they all have center, so it is very, very important to have a penetrate now. Next up, we play 4 of Garcat. Now this, look at the P4, it's amazing. Now when this card enters the field, if you have another Deity Dragon trap on your field, put a top card of the deck into your gauge and draw 1 card. So it's your basic gauge and draw mechanism. And I really love this card because I would definitely almost always call this card during every battle. So some people use this as their buddy as well. Next up, we play 2 of his friend Gaga. When this card enters the field, if you have another Deity Dragon trap on your field, put the top 2 cards of the deck into your gauge. So it's your gauge booster, and it's a free monster as well. So it's really a really amazing size ones, I can't wait to see what size ones we will be getting in the future, because this is really what the deck really needs: gauge and draw, and more gauge. Next up, we play 4 Garperry. Now this negate is so amazing because you may only cast this card during an attack on your opponent's turn if you have a Deity Dragon trap on your field, which you most likely always have. Nullify the attack and draw a card. Note that it does not say you have to have an center empty, or it does not say that you can only use this when your opponent cards attacks you. You can use this anytime. So what I would like to combo this with is actually Sonic Mode, because Sonic Mode produces such a impenetrable defense of 10,000, and it has move. So during my battle phase, I would move into the center, and when my opponent uses all his resources to link attack my Sonic Mode, I'll just use Garperry. And Garperry also allows you to draw 1 card, which is, is self-explanatory. Drawing card in any card game is very important. So Garperry is one of the perfect negates. Next up, we play 3 Deity Dragon Green Dragon Shield. So nullify the attack and you gain 3 life. You can only cast this if you have no monsters in your center and have Deity Dragon Trap on your field. Now let's take a moment to admire the foil. Now that's beautiful. So this card is so amazing. I can't even believe it's like available in the trial deck, because this card is one of the best negates I've seen ever so far. Basically, I would say the 3 life gain is almost as good as a 2 negate, because you gain life and your opponent probably has to use either 1 or 2 attacks to deal you the same amount of damage that you heal, which is amazing. So far, it is the best negate I've seen so far. It's just really amazing. Next up, I play 3 Loud Voice. Now, the call cost is discard 1 or more cards from your hand. For this turn, all cards on your opponent's field gets power minus 3000, defense minus 3000, and critical minus 1 for each of the cards you discarded. So I would say Loud Voice is more of a secondary backup negate for my Green Dragon Shield and my Garperry, because you have to think of the cost advantage. This card, you're using 1 card to heal up all the way up to 3 life, and this card, you're actually, if you want to negate something that costs 3 criticals, you have to actually drop all 3 cards. But it's good against decks which has many attacks. For example, decks which has 6 attacks, 7 attacks. This card will work better than a Green Dragon Shield, because if you drop 2 cards, you are technically negating all their attacks if they are 2 crits. So Green Dragon Shield is better for those decks with little monsters but really heavy criticals. But Loud Voice is better for decks which has many attacks but lesser criticals, because you're dropping more cards compared to you're just dropping 1 Green Dragon Shield, and indicates a ton of attacks. Next up, I play 4 of Dragod's Shine. Now this card, I would say, is the heart of the deck because it is so amazing. Call cost, pay 1 life, choose one of the following. So put up to 1 Deity Dragon Trap item from your deck into your hand, shuffle deck. Next is put up to 2 Deity Dragon Tribe monsters with different card names from your drop zone into your hand. So this card is the reason why I actually only played 4 weapons, because with playing 4 of these actually is as good as playing 8 weapons, because you're able to search it from your deck regardless. And also, usually when your opponent clear all your monsters and you use this card to take back 2 monsters, it's just really mind crushing for your opponent, because all your resources will just come back. Usually what I like to take, depending on the situation, I'll usually take one of Gaga, which is your basic charge and draw. Or if I want to finish my opponent, I would take my Buddy together with a blast mode, which will just destroy them. It's so amazing because you can take anything. It's just powerful. Next up we play, definitely you need to play 4 of Gar Oracle. This is our basic draw engine. Draw engine is so important because you need draw engine to draw into your negates, you need draw engine to draw into your modes. It's just definitely you need to play 4. Okay, basically pay 1 gauge, draw 2 cards. If you have Dragod on your field, gain another 2 life. This is amazing. Next up we play 2 of Gargantua mode switch. Pay 1 gauge, counter G Evo, co-op to 1 Dragod monster from your hand on a Dragod without paying its core cost. Wow, this card is amazing. Basically, you do not need to have your Buddy in order to G Evo. That's why in the beginning I was saying why I play 4 of each, because each of them resembles a very strong either defense or attack. And even though I do not have my Buddy, many of the times I'll just call Sonic mode on the field. Soul Guard, it gains 2 life, it has counter attack, 10k defense, and move. So I would move it to the center. And if I have another copy during my opponent's turn, I can even use switch mode, switch into another Sonic mode, counter attack my opponent, gain 2 life, draw 2 cards. I might actually boost this up to 3 because now reading it is such an amazing card. Next up, for the weapons, we play 2 from the secret set, Deity Dragon Sword, Garblade. Pay 1 gauge. This card on the field cannot be destroyed by card effects. When this card attacks, if you have a Dragod monster on your field, it gets double attack. So it's amazing, just a rush item, really powerful. Next up is a double rare. We play 2 of Deity Dragon Sword, Gar Chris. Pay 1 gauge and pay 1 life. If you have a Dragod monster on your field, this card and all Dragod on your field gets power plus 4000. They cannot be destroyed and their abilities cannot be nullified by your opponent card effect. Now this is really useful for decks that love to destroy your monster. They'll destroy your Dragod before you even attack, which doesn't allow you to use its G Evo ability. So why I only play 2? Because I can search it out. This is why this deck gives you the versatility to play so many the little copies, but you have a versatility of choosing which one, just like the Sonic mode and the Blast mode. Next up, for the impact, we play the new impact, Deity Gargantua Punisher. Wow, just look how beautiful this card is. So you may only cast this card if your opponent's life is 5 or less. Neither you nor your opponent has a monster in the center, and you have a Dragod monster on your field. Pay 2 gauge. Deal 5 damage to your opponent. This card cannot be nullified and his damage cannot be reduced. Hell! 2 gauge for 5 damage. Now, that's just sick, Now the impact cost compared to what we had in the past was much cheaper to use, and it's more damage as well. Now let's have a feast for your eyes. Let's look at the Buddy. Oh, foo yo. Take a look at that, man. So this is the brand new SP art. It's just really beautiful, man. Take a look. This is Yuga, and this is Gargantua Dragon. Okay, so look at the border. It's kind of a little bit different from the one we had in the past. We just take borders. Now this one is much nicer. It's a very nice border, like a frame to it. Now this is definitely a collector's item. So beautiful, man. I don't even know what to say. And when you use this as a Buddy, everybody will be watching you play. I assure you that. So guys, let me know what is your favorite deck. Personally, this is my favorite one out of all the archetypes set. You can say that deck is stronger, God Pound is best, but this is the strongest deck. Alright, so this deck will be available on www.buddy-mart.com. Basically, we sell singles all the way to constructed decks, sleeves, and everything to help you get in the game of Buddyfight. Alright, so guys, if you enjoyed this video, give me a like and subscribe, for more Buddyfight content. And alright, you guys know the drill. Yes, let's do it together. Let's keep on Buddy fighting.